Today I'm out here in Apopka, Florida, and I'm going to show you this home behind me that's available to purchase today. And when homes are ready to buy now, they have the best incentives attached to them. So let's go take a look. I'll tell you all about it inside. Today we're touring the Dahlia floor plan, and this exact home is actually for sale. So I'm going to tell you all about the home during the tour, and we'll get into pricing later. But this is a 5-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom home. It's a little bit over 2,500 square feet, and it has a 2-car garage. By the way, if you're new here, my name is Carly, the Enchanted Agent with Denny's Realty Partners, and I'm your Central Florida Disney-loving realtor. So if you're looking to make a move closer to the magic, reach out and let's find your happily ever after. All right, let's start the tour of this home. As I mentioned before, this house is for sale. So if you like the finishes of this house, the flooring, the carpets, the cabinet colors, and all of that, you can actually buy this exact house. So I'm gonna show you around and then I will talk about how much it's going to cost you. So right off of the front door here to the left, we have immediately got a nice little storage closet, a coat closet, if you will. Don't need many coats here in Florida, but you still got lots of storage in this house. And as we continue, there is our first full bedroom over here. Now, this floor plan can vary. So if you're not buying this exact home, this floor plan starts at 4 bedrooms, but you can convert a flex room into a 5th bedroom, which is what they did here. So if you buy this house, exactly, it'll have 5 bedrooms. If you buy one of the other floor plans in this community, it might only have 4 bedrooms. So important to know. Right here is bedroom number 2. I do like how close all of these bedrooms are to each other, and then the primary is all the way on the other side of the house, so it's kind of nice because you get, you know, if you have a couple of kids, they can all have their own section of the house, and then you have your own privacy, but everyone's still on the first floor. And then each of the bedrooms has a very similar closet. You've got the nice sliding doors with a wire rack, so don't tell them I just did that. And you'll see, so all of the bedrooms are here on one hallway. So this is bedroom number 3 here. Again, all 4 bedrooms on this side of the house are fairly similar in size. They all have the same closet, but it's nice because they're all down this hallway with a shared bathroom, which I'll show you the last bedroom first, and then we'll look at the bathroom. So this is bedroom number 4 here on this side of the home. Something I wanted to point out while we're in here, you'll notice this window does not have any cover or blinds. So with new construction, generally window treatments are not included with the price of the home. This builder will sometimes include them depending on the incentive that they're running, but it's best just to assume that you are gonna have to put the blinds in yourself. Now let's go check out the bathroom. So this is the first full bathroom of the home, and this would be shared between all of these bedrooms. So you've got the single vanity with some nice cabinets and storage. I love this granite. It's got a little sparkle to it. It's very magical. And then you've got your separate area with the toilet and the shower bathtub. Okay, so now let's go check out the rest of the house. I love how wide this entryway is. This hallway is very grand. They've got a nice table over here, and you don't feel very, you know, constrained. So it's a nice big area. Sometimes these can be very tiny, so I feel like they really utilize the space well in this floor plan. And here's the half bathroom that I somehow completely missed during the tour. Now we're gonna head over here, and we've got the laundry room. Now, something to point out again about new construction in general and this builder in particular is sometimes they do not include the washer and dryer in the price of the home. This home does include the appliances with the price. That might not be the case for every single home in this community. It's just going to vary, again, based on the incentives they're running, but this one does come with washer and dryer. And then right across, we have the garage. So this is actually a tandem. So you'll have to see if we go around. There is a spot. I will say a lot of people with this scenario most likely are using that 3rd spot for storage. Now we're entering the open floor concept section of the home. So we've got the living room, we've got the kitchen and a dining room. Now, because this home is for sale, they've done some light staging in here, but this isn't your typical model home, so they kind of just want to show you how the space could be laid out, but you know, you didn't see any furniture in the bedrooms, and there's very minimal furniture in here, but it's just because this is not a model. This is a house that's for sale. So a couple of things to point out in the kitchen here before we get into pricing. So this kitchen does have the quartz countertops. They have the nice single under-mounted sink. Let's see if they got no slow close, but needless to say, there are some very nice upgrades in this kitchen. They've got a nice backsplash, things like that. So you are not able to change any of this, obviously, because this house is done. This community does only offer spec homes, so the only homes that you have available to purchase are ones that the builder has designed. And the good thing about that is they have the all-in price already. Like I said, we'll get into pricing on this one as soon as I finish this thought, but it's all-in pricing, and they have some fantastic incentives, especially on the houses that are ready to move in like this one. You're gonna see things like money towards closing costs. They're even giving some money to buy down interest rates as well. And this one does come with every single appliance. We've got the refrigerator behind me over there. We've got the microwave, the oven, the stove, the dishwasher. So this house is about as move-in ready as you can get, minus those window coverings. So, you know, kind of gives you an idea of why sometimes spec homes aren't the worst thing in the world. So now let's get into pricing. This home, since it is move-in ready, has one of the best prices on it, in my opinion, because they want to sell it quickly. So this one is listed at just above $509,000. There are a couple other in this community with only 4 bedrooms, and they're even higher than that. So I think because this one is pretty much move-in ready, ready to go, they're doing some slight price reductions to incentivize someone like you to buy it sooner rather than later. So if you are looking to make the move and you're interested in living in Apopka, you can get a really good deal on this house right now. Okay, so now that we've finished talking about that, really quickly before we continue the tour, I just want to talk about what I'm doing here because I do not work for this builder. I'm just a realtor here in Central Florida who happens to have a passion for helping people with new construction. I'm not going to get into it too much in this video, but I will link a video above that I filmed previously that kind of just explains a couple reasons why it's really important to use a realtor to purchase new construction. The only thing that you need to know right now is if you love this house and you want me to represent you in the purchase of this home, you will have to call me first so I can set up the appointment and be here with you the first time that you visit this builder. And not to worry, this builder is completely buyer's agent friendly, so they're more than happy to have me help you purchase this home. Now, if you've never bought a new construction home before and you're not really sure how it all works or where to even start, I do have a free new construction guide. If you go ahead and send me an email, I'll send that your way. Anyway, that's enough talking, so let's continue the tour. So something I really like about this floor plan is, yes, it is open floor concept, but then they have this nice little nook for the dining table. A lot of people sometimes feel like open floor concepts are too open and there's really no division between the rooms. So I kind of like that this has its own little separate nook and, you know, separated from the living room as well. And this does have a nice little patio out here. So we're gonna open this up and take a look. It's a nice extended covered patio. Whoops. I'm just breaking everything. The sprinklers are on out here, so hopefully I don't get sprinkled. But anyway, this is the extended patio here. You'll see there's a nice little light out there. They've got an outlet out here, and it is fully covered. So plenty of room for some outside furniture or a grill. You could have a nice little setup out here. And then you've got your yard behind you as well. So let's go back inside before we get hit by the sprinkler. All right, so now let's go check out the primary, but let's look at this living room again really quickly because I didn't really talk about it yet, but there's plenty of room in here. They've got a couch and chairs, plenty of room for a TV over here. I also really love that there's 3 windows right here because it brings in a lot of natural lighting, and I love all the light finishes in here, the white cabinets, the lighter tile. It's just very bright in here and I think you would really like it. But the other perk of this is when we're having a beautiful, you know, fall day or early spring day, you can open up all of these windows, get so much fresh air in this area. And last but not least, Now we are in the primary bedroom. Again, a reminder, this is not a model home, so they've done some light staging here, but you kind of have to use your imagination because you're not seeing things like a dresser or a TV, but just rest assured that there's plenty of room in here for, you could even bump up this bed, you could do a king bed, you could fit a dresser in here, some end tables and things like that. Something else I did want to mention that I just got reminded of walking in here. There's no fan or light in this room, and there are no fans or lights in any of the other bedrooms. This is very, very common with new construction. Generally, those things are not included. They are pre-wired, obviously, for those items, but they just cap it off, and then, you know, when you're moving in and you're already stressed out and having to unpack and everything else, nothing like adding the stress of assembling and installing a fan as well. But they sometimes run incentives where they could do that as well. So just know that you might have to be putting a few fans too, which, you know, it is what it is. Now finally, the ensuite bathroom. And guys, I did want to remind you really quickly, after this video, I'm gonna be talking a little bit about Apopka, the area around here, where you're gonna do your shopping and things like that. So I'm gonna tell you what life would be like if you lived here. So make sure you stay tuned. So now the bathroom, we've got this beautiful dual vanity. It's the same quartz countertops throughout the house. So it's nice and similar throughout. We've got some great cabinets in here. They do have a little bit of an upgraded knob, so they definitely did some upgrades in here, which I think is nice. And over here, we've got what we call a super shower. So you'll see this is a dual shower head. It's very, very large, you know, just for context here. So they did do the extended shower in here. This is an upgrade. So again, if you don't buy this exact house, they might not do this in every single home available in this community, but this one does have it, which is super nice. You've got your separate water closet over here. And finally, you've got a very expansive walk-in closet. I think you'll be very happy with the size of this closet. There's plenty of wire racks in here and it's pretty huge, so plenty of room for all of your stuff. Well, that concludes the tour of this home, but as a reminder, stay tuned because now we're gonna talk all about Apopka. I forgot to mention this is an HOA community, and for these single family homes, it's $160 monthly and there is no CDD. This neighborhood features a pool, a cabana, and a playground. Let's chat a little bit about the city of Apopka. Apopka is a city located in Orange County, Florida. It's referred to as the indoor foliage capital of the world due to the many greenhouse nurseries located here. So if you like plants, you're going to love it here. Spending time outdoors in Apopka is easy. There are plenty of parks, nature trails, and springs to explore. Now let's talk about things outside of Apopka. I'm going to be sharing some drive times with you based on the drive time as I'm filming this, so they may vary. But from Apopka, you can be on Walt Disney World property in just about 30 minutes. You can also be to Universal Orlando Resort, including their brand new theme park, Epic Universe, in a little over 30 minutes. It's also going to take you a little bit over 30 minutes to get to Orlando International Airport. Same goes for the Central Business District of downtown Orlando, which will also take you about 30 minutes.